Assalamu alaikum students, hope you are doing good. This is your lecture for physics. Today the date is 18 January 2021 and the day is Monday. And today we are going to start our new unit, that is unit 6. The name of unit 6 is work and energy. Learning outcomes. The learning outcomes for this lecture include student, you will be able to define the work and its unit. SI units, and then you will be able to calculate the work done. So there is a proper formula to calculate the work. We will discuss in the detail about this formula, and we will see how we can put the values, and how we can easily get the calculate the work by using the formula of work. Then student, you will be able to solve the mini exercise on page number 120 that is related to a work. So these are the learning outcomes for today's lecture. So we are going to start unit 6, that is work and energy. So first of all, we have to know about the topic is 6.1 work. What is work? If we generally see what is work, work is basically the ability to do something. And whenever we do a work, we need energy to perform it. So this is a general definition which we use in our daily life. But if we see in term of physics, work must be done if the force act on a body, and that force must be in the direction of force. If the force is in the direction of force, then it's mean that body will cover some displacement or a distance. So work is a product of a force and displacement in the direction of force. So we can write this statement in a equation form, which is equal to work done will be equal to force into displacement. If we know the distance, we can write over here as a displacement, but if the distance is not known, we use the word of distance. So as you know that F is represented, force is represented by F, and displacement we write over here with capital S, and for work done we use a symbol capital W. So this is a formula for a work done. So here in the figure 6.1, the example is given. This is a box, and we are applying the force in this direction. When we apply the force in this direction, the distance will be the body is moving in the direction of force, and suppose we put the block over here, right? So it's mean that this S is basically the distance that is covered by the body. Now you see that the direction of force and the distance that is covered by the body, they are parallel to each other. So work must be done when there is a force and there will be a distance. Then we can say that a body is performing a work. Now if we see the case, it's not necessary that work will always forces always be acting in the direction, the body will be covered in the distance in the direction of a force. Sometime if we apply the force in different direction, and the distance will be covered in the other direction. So as you see the toy car, mostly kids, what they do to move it, they just this is a car. What they do, they just tie this car with a thread, and they apply the force in this direction. It's mean if the force is applied in this direction, the car will be moved horizontally, right? So you can notice over here that the force has a different direction, and the distance that is covered by the car has a different direction. So the work is still be doing by a body, because in work the two factors, they are very important. The number one is force, and the other one is the distance. It doesn't matter what will be the direction of the object that is moving. It can be moved in the same direction in which we apply the force, or it can be in a different direction according to the force that is applied on the body. So this is the case when force is applied in this direction and object is moving horizontally. Then how we can measure the work done? In unit 4, we have discussed about the resolution of vector, in which we discuss these two formulas. For x-axis, we write over here fx is equals to f cos of theta, and for fy, we have calculated fy is equals to f sine of theta, right? So in this case, when the force is force applying in the direction, in this direction, and we can just resolve the component into fy and into fx. So you can see that the work is the distance is covered by the force in the x along the x-axis. So what happened? It mean fx component will be exist over here, and fy component will be equal to 0, because there is no distance covered in the direction of fy, right? So we can neglect this, and we can just consider this formula in this case. And as the formula is w is equals to f into s, so f is along the in the x-axis, so we can write over here w is equals to fx into s. The value of fx is f cos of theta into s. When we multiply this s, we get fs cos theta. This is w. So this is the case when force is not parallel to the distance, then we can use this formula. When force and distance they are parallel to each other, we can just simply use the formula w is equals to fs. But when the force and distance they are not parallel to each other, we will use this formula. All right. And second important thing is that work is a scalar quantity. It depends on the force acting on a body and displacement of the body, um, and the angle that is exist between them. So we can also define work as work done. Work is done when a force acting on a body displaces it in the direction of the force. So now we have to see what are the unit of work. The unit of work is basically they are measured in SI unit. They are joules. So what is a joule? The amount of work in 1 joule when a force of 1 Newton displaces a body through 1 meter in the direction of force. So as we see that W is equals to Fs, right? If the force of 1 Newton is applying on a body, and bodies cover the distance of 1 meter, then we can say that this 1 Newton meter is equal to 1 joule. So work is measured in unit joule, and joule is equal to Newton meter. Joule is a small unit of work. Its bigger units are, if the quantities are bigger, we can also measure joule at like 1 kilojoule. 1 kilojoule will be equal to 1000 joule, because we know that in kilo we have 3 zeros, right? And we can write this as 10 raised to power 3 joule. Then megajoule is equals to mj, which is omega is basically 10 raised to power 6 joule. So we can write it also like this. Now this is a mini exercise that is given on your in your book on page number 120, and you have to do this mini exercise as a homework. So what you have to do, first of all, we have to read this mini exercise question. A crate is moving by pulling the rope attached to it. It's moved 10 meter on a straight horizontal road by a force of 100 Newton. How much work will be done if, number 1, the rope is parallel to the road, number 2, the rope is making an angle of 30 degree with the road. So first of all, the distance is given to us, that is 10 meter. 10 meters, so we write over here in the given data distance will be equal to s, that is 10 meter, and this distance is moving along horizontally, right? And the force is given by 100 Newton, so force is equals to F, that is 100 Newton. So both the parameters they are in appropriate units, so we don't need to change their units. What we have to do, we have to calculate the work, so we write over here we have to find out work, which is equals to capital W, and that we have to find out. Now first part is that if the rope is parallel to the road, if the rope is parallel to the road, it's mean F and S they are parallel to each other. So we will use a simple formula W is equals to F into S. W is equals to 100 into 10, which is equals to 1000 joule. Then in second case, you just have to multiply 100 with 10, right? In second part, the rope is making an angle of 30 degree. See, angle is mentioned over here, that is 30 degree. So we can write also here that in data that theta will be equal to 30 degree with the rope. It's mean the force and distance, they are not parallel to each other. Then we can use the formula W is equals to Fs cos of theta. W is equals to F is 100, S is 10, and cos theta is cos 30. If we multiply 100 with 10, we get 1000, and cos theta will be equal to 0.866. And if we multiply both quantities, we will get W is equals to 866 joule. This is the answer of second part, and you have to do this mini exercise in your notebook as a homework. Example 6.1. A girl carries a 10 kg bag upstairs to a height of 18 steps, each 20 centimeter high. Calculate the amount of work she has done to carry the bag. Take G is equals to 10 meter per second square. So first of all, we have to write the what is the given data to us. So as from the example, we can see that the mass of the bag is given to us, which is equals to small m, and that is 10 kg. Then as the girl is moving upstairs, so the weight is of the bag will be downward. So W will be equal to mg. So we can write the weight of the bag, and we can calculate 10 kg into 10 meter per second square. When we multiply both, we get 100 Newton. This is the weight of the bag. So as the girl carries the bag and she is moving the upstairs, there are two forces. The one force that is acting downward, that is the weight, and the same force, but that is the other force that is opposite in the direction of weight will be F. So if the force, both forces are same, that's why she is carrying the weight. So the other force F will also be equal to the 100 Newton. Now if we see the height, what is the height? They write over here, height of the 18 step is 20 centimeter high. So h is equals to 18 into 0.2 meter. 0.2, what they have to do, they have just is given over here 20 centimeter, and they divide 20 centimeter by 100 to convert it into a meter, and we get 3.6 meter. Then W is equals to F into H. We will change the as a general formula is W is equals to Fs. So we can change according to our requirement. If there is a displacement, we can write over here D. If there's a height, we can write over here H. And basically it's a length. So what they have to do over here, they just write F, which is 100, and H is equal to 3.6. So we get the answer 360 joules. So this is a work that is done by a girl. So this is the lecture for today, and you have to do only a mini exercise as your homework. Okay, thank you. And if there's any question, you can ask me in a WhatsApp group, or you can also comment in a GC. Thank you.